Today, I'm ending the GOAT debate once and for all. LeBron is the best player of all time. If you disagree with this, you're just a delusional MJ fan who doesn't want to accept that LeBron is the GOAT.
So a bunch of you sent this, said, did he really end the debate? Let's kick it off. So you heard the first part. If you don't agree with him, you're delusional. We're off to a really good start.
Let's go. First of all, it's no secret that Jordan played against plumbers for the majority of his career.
Plumbers? Why not just call them electricians? To completely discount 2 decades of players, I think might be the most delusional thing I've ever heard. See what I did there? So, in the 50s and 60s, yes, some players had jobs in the offseason to supplement their income. But by the 80s and 90s, that was no longer the case. Is it safe to assume if Jordan went up against plumbers that LeBron's comp was a bunch of podcasters?
LeBron has faced way more competition.
Lesser comp when? In the finals? In the regular season? Based on what? Your basketball knowledge? Regular season wins? Well, we're not doing that because Jordan's Bulls, the teams they faced in the finals, had more average wins per season and were on average a higher seed. So what comp?
It took MJ 7 years to make it to the finals. LeBron did it in 4 years, and he did it with less help.
Okay, so we're given awards for making it to the finals and getting swept, which, yes, it took him 4 years to do. But it took him 9 years, a shortened season, a collapse in the finals, a complete choke job, and facing a very young OKC team to get him his first title. Jordan, on the other hand, 7 seasons and not one all-star teammate.
I was looking at the box scores from his first finals. 16 points is the most amount of points someone scored in that series for the Cavs that was not named LeBron James.
That is correct. Boobie Gibson, 16 points. That was 21% of the team's offense in that game 1, but he did that on 78% field goal percentage. Drew Gooden added 14 on 67%, and Sasha had 13 points on 50%. How did LeBron do? 14 points. 25% field goal percentage, and 6 turnovers. Maybe he should have trusted his teammates more.
Look at the last game, game 4. 11 points was the most someone could do to help out LeBron.
11 points, that is true. I guess we're going to ignore, however, LeBron's 6 turnovers again in this game, or the fact that he went 2 for 6 from the free throw line in a 1-point loss.
And y'all really be criticizing him for being in these type of situations.
Why aren't you bringing up the defense at all that held the Spurs to 84, 85, and 75 points in 3 of those 4 games? Or the fact that LeBron James by himself had more turnovers than the entire Cavs team combined? I guess only scoring matters to you.
Now let's go to Jordan's first finals. Okay, Jordan with 33. He got 20 out of Scottie Pippen and also got 20 out of Grant.
I'm curious why you're not bringing up Boobie Gibson's 31 points in Game 6 to get the Cavs to the finals. I guess that wouldn't fit your narrative. But yes, Horace Grant and Pippen did both have 20 points that game. Might have something to do with Jordan's 13 or 14 assists. You know, he averaged 11.4 assists in that series and only had 3 turnovers. How did LeBron do in his series? 6 assists and 5.75 turnovers.
LeBron couldn't get a single person to drop 20. Jordan had 2 of them. It was almost 3.
Almost 3 20-point scorers? 16 is almost 20? So does that mean that LeBron had a bunch of almost 20-point scorers? Keep it consistent.
2015 finals, the dude had no Kevin Love and only had Kyrie for 1 game and still took the Warriors to 6 games without his 2 best players.
So we're just going to keep praising losing. He took him to 6 games without his 2 best players. Awesome.
What would y'all say if I said Bill Russell and Sam Jones are both better than Michael Jordan because they have more rings? Y'all would say, so? Jordan's still better. Well, that's what I say when y'all say Jordan is better than LeBron because he has more rings. I don't care. LeBron's still better. Bringing up rings is so lame and so played out, to be honest, because clearly having more rings doesn't make you better than someone.
It's not about how many rings. I agree with that one.
Winning a ring on 3 different teams and being the best player at that is more impressive than winning multiple rings on 1 team.
So to be clear, going to a team, a better team with better players, is harder to win than staying on the same team and winning a ring. So why didn't LeBron do that then? Jordan's second three-peat with the Bulls had a completely different roster than the first three-peat. The only player, aside from Jordan, that remained was Pippen.
LeBron has been to the finals 10 times. That's a little over half the amount of time he's been in the NBA. And as we all know, 8 of them was consecutive finals appearances. Jordan played for 15 years, made it to the finals 6 times. Yeah, he won them all, but where was he those other years? Not in the finals. So y'all want to criticize the person that lost in the finals multiple times, but you don't want to criticize the person that didn't even make it to the finals all those years.
But I thought it was not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4. Oh, I guess that was for his whole career, not just Miami. Jordan played 11 full seasons with the Bulls and won 6 championships. That's 54%. LeBron has gone to 10 NBA finals in his 19 years. That's 52%. So Jordan playing a full season with the Bulls has better odds of winning a championship than LeBron making it to a championship. Let's not get into the percentage of how many times LeBron won in those 19 years. You don't want to hear that one.
If I'm a coach, I want the most complete basketball player of all time. Jordan can't do this. Jordan could never. First player in NBA history to be first in literally everything. Not just his team, but the other team as well.
Total stats are incredible, but did it equate to wins, the thing that matters? The answer is no. Better all-around player? Perhaps, but does that mean better? Do you take Russell Westbrook over Steph Curry? Perhaps you take Scottie Pippen over Kevin Durant. Both of those guys are better all-around players than the other, but you're not picking Curry or KD after you pick Pippen and Westbrook.
Yeah, Jordan has him in scoring, but LeBron is a better passer. He's a better rebounder. He's a better leader. He has a much higher IQ. LeBron is better at way more things than MJ.
Sir, you mean more assists per game, or more total assists, I would assume, and we're going to ignore the amount of turnovers, most in NBA history. And I'm going to keep away from subjective stuff like leadership and basketball IQ. Although I will say, basketball IQ, free throws are mental, so I say that goes into IQ. And someone who picks up the ball and just starts walking and forgets to dribble, I think hurts your claim in the IQ department. But let's go through some stats just by the numbers based on your logic. By your numbers, LeBron is a better passer and a better three-point shooter on offense, whereas Jordan is a better scorer, offensive rebounder, free throw shooter, mid-range shooter, and ball handler. It's 5-2. On the defensive end, LeBron has rebounding and a more versatile defender, where Jordan has steals, blocks, better all-around defender, and a more consistent defender for his career. That's 4-2 for Jordan. I know you want to stay away from accolades because in Jordan's 11 full seasons with the Bulls, where he got all his accolades, the one hurt season, the one season where he came out of retirement, and the 2 seasons with the Wizards obviously didn't have any accolades. So we're only using those 11 years where he received all his accolades, was able to accumulate a Hall of Fame career player's difference in accolades over LeBron in his 19 years and counting.
Y'all really be slandering this dude's name for losing to the best team of all time? I guarantee you MJ couldn't beat this team right here.
It doesn't matter if Jordan's Bulls could have beat the KD-led Warriors because neither did LeBron. So it doesn't matter. If you just take away all the number 1 seeds that LeBron faced in the finals, he's still 3-3.
And he wiped Jordan with longevity, the youngest and the oldest to average 30.
Peak longevity? That's not even debatable. That's LeBron. That's why I have him second all time. Total stats speaks to longevity. You would never say Stockton, who is total more assists and steals than Magic, is a better point guard than Magic. That'd be ridiculous. Would you ever say that Tony Parker was a better playoff scorer than all of these players who he scored more total points than in the playoffs? Larry Bird, Dwayne Wade, Dirk Nowitzki, Wilt Chamberlain, Steph Curry? You would never say that. And now you're more fluent.